Thanks, JC. Thanks, Corey. Wow, Pikmin looks like a lot of fun.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi,
We're back.
everyone. I'm Kay from Nintendo
We've
Treehouse,
got
and
more
I've got my
footage. Age
colleagues
of
Chico
Calamity.
and Kendra here with me.
Looking forward to it.
Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that we are doing this remotely. So there might be some technical limitations, but we're asking for your patience and your understanding as we work as hard as we can to bring you an amazing stream. So
Yeah, it's
today
been
we're going
interesting to
to take a
see all
look
the
at Hyrule
transitions
Warriors:
to
Age of
teleworking,
Calamity, which takes place 100 years before
during
Breath of
this
the Wild, and tells the story of the Great
pandemic,
Calamity
in the
and the
world.
events leading up to it, which really can only be told through the 1 versus 1,000 action of a Warriors game. We'll start off with a first look at Urbosa. I'm so excited.
I did watch this once when it was live stream, so I'm coming back through and recording my reaction.
I know. I'm playing as
Super
Urbosa
cool.
right
They're
now,
starting right in Gerudo Town. Looked like it was the Riju's throne room.
Right now. And then it is a
Tons of
Hyrule
Yiga.
Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do reinstall.
There it is, Urbosa's Fury,
And
just
then
all
also
over.
A. Oh wait, Yiga must wait, is coming.
It looks like
Right
they've
now,
got Zelda playing,
Gerudo Town is
and I
under
think I've
attack by
seen
Yiga
a
now.
health bar for
I
Link,
don't want to talk about
and
why
also
they're
Gerudo
under
Captain. I wonder if the
but
Gerudo
objective
Captain
is
will
I
be
have to
playable.
defeat all 3 Yiga Blade Masters. So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to rune.
Oh, the stasis ruin. Look at the arrows
And
pointing
I
everywhere.
I just use the stasis now, as you can tell. But each character can use all 4 different runes in different occasions. So I need to focus on attacking him right now. So I'm gonna let Kay and Kendra talk about what's unique about.
Oh, the snap. The snap.
Right, thank you
that
so
pose,
much,
I love
Chico.
that pose.
Yeah,
Just that
Urbosa's
finishing move.
gameplay is really fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused on her ability to use an attack with lightning. She has a unique ability.
The
to
swordsmanship
charge up lightning,
is really
which
cool
is
looking. The
represented
way
by
that they
the
animate that,
H
it's
at the
just
top of the screen.
that fighting style is
And,
just really
yep,
cool
she's charging
looking,
it right
really
there.
fluid.
And once it's charged up, she can actually use the lightning in addition to her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some really character specific stuff with it. She also uses lightning in her weak point counters and in her special attacks. And if Chico can get the timing right after some of these big attacks where there's still some electricity,
There it is again, the snap.
she can
Urbosa's Fury.
charge up her electricity super quick, which
It's cool
takes
that
a
you can
lot
have
of
the
skill
electricity
and a lot of
charged
time,
up
but
and
it's,
actually run
very
and
satisfying
move
when
while
you
it's
pull it off.
charged.
Okay, so I'm running
And
around
to-
and the town.
The trees have been chopped down in that
And I
battle.
just wanted to add too.
Oh,
aside from
it's
the
the-
gameplay that you're seeing. Well, first of all, oh wait.
I laughed so hard when I saw that there's Korok seeds in this. I'm just like, I just shook my head. I was like, no way.
Are in the stages that you can find.
Oh, there's the place where you bring
But
the
this is first
noble
time that
pursuit.
people get to play as Urbosa, which is already
So it looks
super
like the
awesome.
map is going to be
And
really
this
similar
area
to Breath of
probably
the
looks
Wild, if not the
familiar
exact
to some
same.
Breath of the Wild fans.
That is so cool.
And it's
the
cool
whole
to
town
see
looks
these
so
places.
great.
So cool that they're using the same
Pre-Calamity. But
same
what I did
map
wanna
and
say is
settings,
fans
structures.
can look forward to,
Oh, there's Link.
getting more backstory on these characters.
Oh,
as
and the little
well.
egg guardian.
You really get a good look at
I'm
Urbosa's
naming the little
relationship
egg
with
guardian
Zelda,
Zip.
and
I like
also
that
more
name.
information about
Let's
Urbosa's
make that the
relationship with Zelda's late mother.
official, unofficial
So,
name.
If you're like me and you
I'm
love
naming the
these
little egg guardian
characters
Zip.
and get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild, this game is your opportunity to do that.
That's right. It's really, there's a lot to unpack in here and a lot to see, and it's very thrilling for fans.
Looks like Zelda,
of
Link,
Breath of the Wild to be able
and
to take a look,
the
more in-depth
little
look
guardian,
at this
little
time
Zip.
in the story.
Oh, we
Alright,
got some
and now we're taking
bokoblins.
a look at Zelda's gameplay.
Okay, Zelda
Also a first look. Very
using the
exciting.
ruins. The runes?
As you can see, she uses the runes.
I thought that
for
was like
main
so cool
attacks.
and strange at the same time that she's
In addition
marching
to being
around
able
like the little
to
egg guardian.
use them,
That's crazy.
just like everyone else, and she can.
I
create
don't know
different
how I feel
combinations
about
of them
Cryonis, using
to take out
Cryonis at
huge
whim without any
swarms of
water
enemies.
present.
Oh my
That's just
gosh.
kind of,
in a very unique way. It's
it just seems strange to
so
me that you
cool
can
to
use
see
Cryonis
Zelda being
like
able
just
to take
wherever
out
with no water
these
supply.
guys.
Yeah, and
300
for me,
KOs.
anytime Zelda gets to, you get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies as Zelda, it's pretty much a win for me.
It's really amazing.
It's
There's
Zelda
so
in its own
much
game.
going on.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Did
and
she just
she's
take a picture
really
of
fun
the
to play as.
the Blade Master? That's
Nice
crazy.
Nice word.
But yeah, this Hyrule Warrior style gameplay really captures the Age of Calamity, the Day of the Calamity. It's just
Okay, so I
Urbosa's
have
also
to
great.
chase
But
after.
it's just all chaos breaking loose. It's wild.
I have to chase after the Iga.
Okay,
So
some Lizalfos
I'm gonna go after that to the location I'm
taking them out.
to go.
Look at all the Yiga
There's a lot of
ready to
people
go.
here.
Oh my gosh.
And for people who are
look
new
at
to
'em
the
all.
Warriors series, as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help
Oh
guide you
my
through the process
gosh.
of the gameplay and the action. But you also can turn those off if you want.
Yeah, so earlier when I said that I watched this, so I was streaming it kind of in the background when I was working, so I was
So,
more
I'm
listening
at
to
this
it than
location,
watching.
and it looks like
This is
our,
crazy.
objective is
Look
to
at all the Yiga off to the top
defeat the
left. A
enemies
Yiga
with
blade.
loud
Oh
attack.
my gosh.
So I think I need to do. Oh, I can
Oh.
use right now, but I will wait till
Oh man, when
my runes builds up first.
this isn't even the Breath of the Wild sequel. This is
Make some
a
noise.
Hyrule Warriors game.
Do it.
This is
Hold on.
oh man.
These guys are loud.
This guy's
It's
really getting in your
it's
way.
gonna be an epic year for the Zelda
So as
series.
you can see,
Oh my
when
gosh.
you use the Sheikah runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up before you can use it again, which is very similar to how it worked in Breath of the Wild. Oh man, that was a gorgeous takeout right there.
This is
And the
Oh,
reason
cutscene.
for using these
cutscene.
loud attacks was to call forth a certain familiar monster, and there he is.
Oh Molduga.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
You sure it's not a lady though?
I think he's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
This is
scary.
crazy.
The enemy's coming after me, so I don't think I want to do this. Bye.
Now let's go ahead and
That's it.
let's
No,
escape
no.
to the main menu while we can.
The menus. Check out the menus,
So we're
like
gonna
just
go
like
back
Breath of the
to,
Wild. That's
the world map. And
you could
show
really
some
tell.
of the,
Like when they said the Nintendo team worked
gameplay,
closely in the
between
development of this
battles.
game.
Leveling up characters.
They weren't
and
joking. They weren't joking.
weapons
Look at the
and
map.
Unlocking things.
Just like Breath of the Wild.
There it is. A very familiar map of Hyrule. Chico, do you want to
Oh,
tell us a little
oh,
bit
top right
about-
corner next to Eldin Mountain. Do you see the little guardian
Yeah, so,
symbol?
if you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu look like. You will go from chapter 1 to 3 type thing. But this one, you actually go through different chapters and locations using the map of Hyrule from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's
and,
cool.
When I first saw this, I was literally screaming because it was so gorgeous and I just loved it. And because it's a Hyrule Warriors game, when you're playing the stages, you collect a lot of different type of materials. So using those
So you can collect materials
you
through
can,
this.
unlock different locations on the map.
Merchant.
Like stables, other training
Wow,
grounds,
this is
and,
so similar to Breath of
and
the
even,
Wild.
like, different dishes. You
It's
can
it's
cook type thing.
I won't say similar,
So
but
one of the
it
things I
really
want to
really
show
comes
is,
together
through
really well.
here,
And I'm
blocks.
seeing that the battery on my camera is
So
dropping,
you
so
can
I'm gonna
have this game, so
switch
you
my
don't
camera
need to
out really
collect a
quick.
lot of
Switch my
different
battery out really
weapons
quick.
while
Just
you
one
are
moment.
in the stage. Not like Breath of the Wild, you don't. The weapons do not break during the stage, but you can use these weapons you collected to strengthen your primary use weapon. So right now I'm using this sword, but there's other different type of weapons I can get and different, way to use it. So I want to use my sledgehammer, iron sledgehammer, and fuse them with all the materials I got so far.
With the level
And
1
I think
soup
I'm-
ladle that you will not neglect. Don't you dare.
Okay, so
Okay.
There we go. And we're back. Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. Should have checked that before I started this recording.
Weapons, and then you can strengthen. You of course have to use the rupees, so make sure you collect.
Put that on the
rupees
list
when
to
you are
purchase
in
a
the
power
space
supply
too.
for the
And now I
camera.
have my sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that for next battle if I want to. Another thing is the materials you collected. You can make the dish.
So that's cool. So we can cook. The weapon system. The weapon system is really cool. Oddly enough, when they announced Steve for Smash, I don't know why I was thinking about fishing in Zelda at the same time I was watching that announcement of Steve. But the thought of crafting weapons in Breath of the Wild seemed really intriguing to me. And here you have it in Hyrule Warriors. Collecting materials, weapons, taking it to a blacksmith and leveling up your weapons. That's really cool.
Yeah, so by defeating monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health or other such things. But the thing I really like about
That's really cool
is that they have little stories that go along with them, little glimpses into the characters' lives between battles during this
Village.
war. The one that we just did, for example, is about a young child in Hateno Village who wants to build a monster dummy so that they can practice using a two-handed sword. And so Link actually brings the materials to make the dummy, creates this dummy, helps them build it, and then they train together. And that's how Link is able to come up with an extra move for his two-handed sword. And I love it because Link's from Hateno Village. So it's a very cute glimpse into his life.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the world building is really excellent.
Really cool. It's a little side quest kind of thing.
We just strengthened this 200. I mean, sledgehammer is basically a 200 sword type. So I'm going into training
and
where I can actually.
I don't know if you caught it, but earlier they did mention that weapons do not break in this game. So your weapons won't shatter in the middle of the battle. So that's really cool.
You can unlock different pieces of armor as you progress through the game, and you can
very cool armor
or,
selections.
I guess, unequip them and dress him up however you want.
They look nice.
Yeah.
Link going savage on the day of Calamity.
And we also, this is the chili fish skewer we just got from the
recipe.
Location.
Damage from fire reduced 50%. That's really
and
cool.
Every character will react differently to the dishes that you cook for them. And some characters even have favorite dishes, and they'll say something different when you give them their favorite dish. So it's a lot
really
of fun
cool
to try out a bunch of different recipes and see which your characters prefer.
That's really cool because
and if
you know
watch the TGS,
I like my chicken nuggets. If somebody's giving me some anchovies, no. So that's really cool if they build that in this game. Check out those silhouettes and cartoons marching across Hyrule Castle. Those little silhouettes.
So I think you just saw him.
That art style that we saw in the tapestry.
To that new location where I'm gonna be showcasing the 200 sword training mission.
Link leading the procession.
Yeah, it is the training mission.
Hey, don't jump me.
Okay, so training mission.
I mean,
so that's really cool. Kind of a sparring session here with other Hylian soldiers. Really cool.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a training level, so you're fighting against a lot of Hylian soldiers, and using the two-handed sword. which
Highly
aesthetically
Captain.
does
I wonder
look
if that'll be a
like,
playable character
how it
as
was
well.
used in Breath of the Wild. In this game, it's
I don't know. I know. I'm
slower,
thinking like,
but
oh, is
more
everything a
powerful
playable
than Ganon
character?
is.
We'll see.
But the
I'm just
fun
stoked
thing
about
it
this
is
game.
that he can he can use the unique action to strengthen his strong attacks. In exchange, he takes a little bit of temporary damage.
Like this.
I can't really
that.
identify the
And,
location
in
where
order
this
to
this
remove that
training's
temporary
taking
damage,
place.
you can press
I'm
X
not sure.
to consume a meal in the middle of battle.
Oh my gosh, what a melee.
And,
I love the animation
Chico,
for him eating.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I
see
love the
Chico.
animation for him eating.
Let's
Yeah,
get near
if
some
she'll do it
enemies.
for us.
I'm really looking forward to all. I think probably most of you Zelda fans are looking forward to the stories, the cutscenes, and just.
Is highly aggressive, and
This looks like it's really gonna feel like it captures
and hopefully
that
we'll get
the
an
Day of
opportunity to
Calamity
say that because
like really
Nom,
well.
nom, nom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of care was put into this game.
Aggressive food eating.
I love it.
Shockwave blast, sending the soldiers flying.
I love that they included that in this game. As
Yeah, there's that Cryonis again. Like I said, I just don't know how I feel about that. It's just
homage to.
there's
Breath
just
of the
no
Wild.
water
If you
around. It just
played
feels
like I
awkward.
did, which is to say, having a
Maybe it's using the
stock
moisture from the
pile of
air,
apples
using the
or
water
something
from the
to
air. You know,
might
maybe it's
even
high
be, like,
humidity in
chow
Hyrule.
down when I'm being blown back by a
We'll run with
strong
that.
attack that
We'll
didn't
run
have
with
to
that
do it.
reasoning.
You can aggressively eat your apples and send those soldiers
Aggressively eat your apples. It's the only way to eat apples in this game.
Right. Yeah. That was one of the things like the cooking system in Breath of the Wild. Like I ended up you just stash the snacks that you know will just you just eat for energy, and like I didn't really worry too much about like trying to find unique recipes and that sort of thing.
I'd also like to point out that this location is very familiar. It appeared as ruins in Breath of the Wild, but now, before the Calamity, it's in its heyday. And it's very cool to see what it looked like before it got destroyed.
Yeah, and
Nice
Chico,
one,
maybe you can
Chico.
show us some lightning rods.
She just gave a pop quiz, so it is in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah,
Is
we
it the
did get to see the ice rod before.
I'm gonna sound really dumb saying this. Is it the training grounds? Are there training grounds in Breath of the Wild? I got to go check the map now. After this, I got to go check the map.
You can do it.
I'm embarrassed.
So, as you can see, she's timing her attacks for when that weak point gauge comes out. The big strategy against these stronger enemies is to cut down that weak point gauge and create an opening so you can do a counter attack, which can be very powerful. Nice one.
A little bit more.
Sorry, a little belch there. That's appropriate for YouTube, right? Oh.
I love the two-handed sword so much. I think it's my favorite. It's so satisfying, to just slam through.
Look at the
all of
smoke
these
in the
enemies,
background.
these thousands and thousands of enemies. And also to take a little break to have a snack here and then. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
I'm hoping we can.
I know your
show
favorite is
some,
the
show some
food
flurry
flavor.
rush. Too.
Okay, the objective: defeat many training
I'm
opponents.
sorry! I suck at this.
Okay, it looks like her goal is to defeat 400.
No, you
What?
don't.
No, you don't.
Looks like she's at 375 of 400. I'm looking at the right-hand side of the screen there, in the center.
No, he's not there.
Oh, it's hammer time.
Wow.
That's such a Daruk. Daruk.
Favorite. That's cool. He's very heavy moving character too. Oh my god.
So when I did see this part earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that cutscene that we initially saw in the announcement of Rivali basically knocking an arrow at the back of Link's head, I'm wondering if that had to do with the with the ability, the fact that we're like sparring with other champions. So I
Oh
mean,
my
sparring
gosh.
and training with Daruk. You
That
know,
looks like a little bit of rough play for training.
I bet that's it. I
Very
bet that
seriously.
cutscene with Rivali
Nice
with that cool
work.
flip and
Yeah,
pointing the
wow.
arrow at
Man,
Link's
you
head.
did
Like
very
I bet it
well
was
for
during the
sure.
sparring.
Good job.
Yeah, you did.
All right, let's cut away from this for a second because we have one other thing we'd like to show you. Chico's got to set it up though. I love Daruk. He's so great. He's such a
Well, and it's really
fun character.
I would agree. I have
Yeah, it's
the
really
Daruk amiibo
cool
on my
seeing
desk, and
all
it's
of
like I
those
love the big old
characters,
smile from
you know,
Daruk.
that
You know,
we know and love from Breath of the Wild, but seeing them in this different setting and seeing all of their special moves and how those differ, I do really like seeing that, and I'm excited for what we're about to show you as well, you the viewers.
Yeah, it's great. It's an amazing thing that they've done with this game to
Her Zelda
bring us into this
decorations are pretty
era,
cool.
you know,
I need to get my
show us
office
all these
organized like
characters
that.
and show us the intricacies of
Get
how
some
they
get some
interact
decorations up
and
on the
how they,
wall. Right now,
perform
all
in
my
battle.
amiibos are just like sitting
It's
on my
something
desk.
that I think
But
personally
I
as a
like
fan
having
of
them
Breath of
there
the
when I
Wild,
work,
wished
so
for so hard
it works. It
was
works
the,
for
the
me.
chance to be able to see these guys in their prime. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and not to bring the soup ladle up too much, but I do want to say I love that they included the soup ladle. You know, that they're bringing it back, and we see those same touches from Breath of the Wild in this game. And Chico mentioned that the weapons aren't breakable, so
Yeah,
you really could.
that's
you know,
really gonna
cook
be
that
cool.
soup ladle if you wanted.
I'm
a
sure there'll be
serious
some.
challenge.
Yeah,
You could try with the
I'm
soup
sure there'll be
ladle.
some videos of
You
people
could
going
use
through this
like
game like with nothing but the soup ladle.
Yeah. I love it. I love that when you use the soup ladle, you got the
Impa,
profit as a shield
Impa.
too. All right.
I
So
thought that was
let's
so
see
cool
if
when
I
I first recognized that she was going to be playable in this game.
Is in a distance, but I need to take care of these guys first because
Goblins, moblins.
in my
Nice.
way.
I love the little like flying squirrel kind of like
Obviously, this is a
parachute kind of
new,
move. That's real. That's
depiction of
really
Impa,
cool.
that we're seeing here.
It reminds me of
But
Super
Chico
Mario
wanted to
World
show
with
us
Mario and the
just
yellow
what
cape.
Impa
You
is
know.
capable of in the gameplay.
I love her. I love Impa so much. I think she's
The
so
green,
much
the
fun.
green of those moblins when they were kind of frozen and locked. That kind of reminded me of the trailer to the sequel to Breath of the Wild. You know, the green hand holding down Ganondorf, that similar color. I wonder if there's any link there. The Hinox, check it out. Look at the belly fat of the Hinox just jiggling. That's crazy. So crazy.
I love it. So yeah, as I was saying, Impa's gameplay, being able to observe
Hinox
those
is like
symbols
really agile.
and then
This is crazy.
strengthen the strong attack when she has all of her clones out.
The
is,
bum drop.
it's really fun. Takes a lot of strategy and timing. Nice. And you can see her her Sheikah rune usage does differ from the other characters we've looked at today too.
The
You
blue
can do
the
it.
blue tongue hanging out of his mouth. That Hinox.
So we discussed earlier
It's
like a
the
bomb.
usage of runes in order to create openings to counter strong enemies, and it's even more important that you do that
Oh,
when fighting these big,
Similar attack
monsters,
from the
too,
Hinox. The slap in the
because,
ground. That's cool.
if
Oh,
you get the timing right on these, just like
oh,
that,
that's great.
you can create
like
these
that.
great,
That is
dramatic,
so great.
openings for yourself. And it really is vital that you get these weak point smashes in because they do so much damage, and it can really make it easy to, or easier, I should say, to take these guys out.
To take out the poor Hinox that was just having a nap, minding his own business.
I don't know about that.
That move from Impa is really cool too. That just reminds me of Monk Maz Kosha.
That's fair.
Sorry, forgive me for mispronouncing that. Just when she splits into like multiple
Nice
Short work of this guy.
characters or beings, whatever you want to call it.
I love that flying squirrel move.
Oh, there it goes. Belly flop. belly
The
flop.
maniacal laughter.
That looks so strange. So strange.
You guys
And
are
again,
awesome.
the belly fat of the high knocks just jiggling is crazy.
All right, I think that's
All right, I
all the
think
time we
that's-
have left for today. Let's stop beating up on this poor Hinox and let him go back to his nap. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity,
Oh.
which releases Friday, November 20th. We hope you enjoyed it. We sure did.
And I just want to thank you guys for stopping by, watching the reaction, comments. I'm really looking forward to Age of Calamity to be dropped. I've already got my pre-order in. Thank you guys again, and thank you to my current subscribers. I really appreciate the support from you guys. You guys are the best, and as always, you guys have a great week. You know, share your thoughts in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.